die by law. And that's why the whole story happened in this place. He stayed here, he and the Israelites, for 1 year. During this year, he received the 10 Commandments back again. So Moses received the 10 Commandments 2 times. The first one written by the finger of God. How God write it down by his finger? When God pointed to the mountain, it looks like a fire, and the fire engraved the 10 Commandments in the stone. That is affecting the mountain itself. So by this way, this mountain has a miracle that is God touched by his finger, and God transfigurate on the top of the same mountain in a smoke and fire, and God speaking to Moses through the burning bush in this mountain. That's why this mountain has something different. The mountain, as you see, all of it granite stone. In the whole world, when you go to search for fossils, you find fossils in limestone. And the fossils in the limestone, it is organic fossils. So it is plantation, or it is animal skin, or animal bones and fish bones and things like that. But here we have a different kind of fossil. It is not a fossil, it's actual a miracle, because God touching this mountain. So we never have fossils in a granite stone except here. And the fossil here, it is not organic. It is because of fire, because God touched the mountain by his finger. So it creates an engraving inside the stone with the burning bush tree. So if you take a look, I will let you see it. If you take a look of the fossil, all of it the same, and all of it looks like a branch of a tree. That is happened in this place. That's why this place, the stones in this area, it is a miracle and an evidence, and is telling the story of God. That is God transfigurate in this place, and when God transfigurate in one area, it's affected forever. Not for a period of time, it's forever. And that's why now, after 3,500 years of Moses, we cut a piece of a stone from the mountain, we still see the fossils of the tree in it. And that is what the people sell it in this area, and some of you buy it already yesterday from the Bedouin tent. The granite stone with the fossil, it is not a fossil, it is the engraving when the God touches a mountain by his finger. You got it? Yes. The monastery. This monastery here, the oldest part of the monastery, is related back to the 4th century AD. 4th century AD. And then in the 6th century AD, they enlarge the size and they build the enclosure wall, which is this remain related back to the 6th century AD. 8th century AD, they discover the skull and the left fingers and the left hand of Aya Katrina, or Saint Catherine. You know Saint Catherine? Saint Catherine, she was one merchant, had been killed in Alexandria by the Roman power because she believed in Jesus Christ, and Romans, they didn't believe in Jesus Christ in that time. And when they killed her, they are torturing her body and cutting her body for small pieces, and instead of bleeding blood, she bleed milk. And that's why they considered it as a miracle. And as an evidence, there's people who believe in God, nobody could torture them. It's only God who could take their life away. And that's why after she passed away, they bury her on the top of the mountain of Saint Catherine, which is next to the mountain of God. In the 8th century, we have one bishop living in this monastery. His name is Simon, Saint Simon. And Saint Simon, he discovers the skull and the left hand of Katrina. And he bring it down to the monastery and make a big celebration in the monastery. And by this way, he's changing the name of the monastery from Mt Sinai Monastery to become Saint Catherine Monastery. And it became a Greek Orthodox monastery. In the 8th century, a lot of people come to here to witness the miracle of finding the skull and remember the story of Katrina. So they pay money, they pay donation. The bishops here and the monks, they gather this donation and they enlarge the wall of the monastery. So we got the second level. Take a look here, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. So the first one, 6th century. Second one, 8th century. And then the third one, 11th century. The 11th century is so important because the 11th century done by a Muslim king. A Muslim king pay money to restore the monastery. So the monks would like to show their talent. So what they do, they build a mosque inside. So we have a mosque inside the monastery, and that is the only one has a mosque and a church in the monastery. And then in the 18th century, they do another restoration, the third one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The one which has the window looks like a cross. You see it? That's related back to the 18th century. And then in the 20th century, they do another restoration which looks like a brand new one at the top. So we have different levels. We will go down inside now. We will see the burning bush. We will see one artificial well where they got water from underground. They called it Moses well. And we will go inside the church. I can't explain inside. That's why I'm explaining to you here. When we go inside the church, you will see a lot of icons hanging on the wall. It is the best and the bigger collection of icons ever exist in the whole world. Those icons, one of them related back to the 6th century AD. So you could imagine 6th century AD. It is the oldest icon ever exist. And they have a big collection of icons inside it with a very nice fancy colors and gold plated. And it's related back to 6, 8, 11, and 18 and 15th century. You will take a look of the icons, you will take a look of the church, but you are not allowed to take photo inside. Deal?
Deal.
Yalla yalla.
Yalla, yalla.